In 1948, a man was found dead on Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia. His body was discovered by a woman walking her dog early in the morning on December 1st. She immediately called the police. As they arrived, other people began to gather. They had seen the man the night before at around 10 p.m., but thought nothing of it. To them, he just looked like a homeless guy sleeping on the beach. That's how he remained there all night, motionless, as if asleep. When the sun rose, he was still there, but now he was dead. The man looked about 40 to 45 years old, well-built, dressed in a dark suit and polished shoes. His white shirt was unbuttoned, revealing a red tie. He wore no hat, which was unusual in the cold weather. And no labels were found on his clothing, as if he didn't want to be identified. All the tags had been carefully cut out. The police searched the area looking for clues. They found a recently smoked cigarette, some grass, a half-empty bottle of beer, and an empty brown paper bag. The only identification the man had was a torn piece of paper sticking out of his top pocket. It contained the name and address of a house in the nearby suburb of Glenelg. But when the police went there, they learned the man hadn't lived there for over a year. Inside his pockets, the investigators found a few ordinary things: a train ticket to Henley Beach that was never used, a bus ticket, a pack of cigarettes, matches, chewing gum, and a comb. Nothing useful, not a penny. No identification. The autopsy revealed that his organs were congested, which suggested possible poisoning, but no trace of poison could be found. His death was suspicious, but the police couldn't explain it. Then, a month later, another piece of the puzzle appeared. On January, a suitcase was discovered at Adelaide railway station. It was a brown leather suitcase with a faded cloth label bearing the name Claude. Inside were several items of clothing, again, all of a fairly high quality but with the labels removed. Some of the clothing had a rare type of stitching, which suggested that they were made in America. Also, inside was a stenciling frame and a set of stencils, which hinted that the owner may have been connected with the merchant navy or military. But who could it be? And where did these clothes come from? The breakthrough came 3 weeks later when investigators noticed something odd about the dead man's trousers. There was a crease in the inner left pocket, almost invisible from the outside. What they found inside was a small piece of paper about 10 centimeters long. The paper had been carefully rolled up, almost like a scroll, and when unfurled it contained just 2 words, Tamam Shud, which meant "it is finished" in Persian. The scrap was torn from a book of poetry, the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. As soon as the media got hold of the story, thousands of people across the country contacted the police, saying they had seen the same book in their local library. Finally, a man named John Hassett came forward. He told the police he had left the book in his car after using it as a prop while practicing magic tricks. He had parked near Somerton Beach because he planned to commit suicide. When the police searched the car, they found the missing back cover from the book. On it was written a name, a phone number, and the words, "Please look after." Below it, someone had written, Jessica. The police tracked down the number and discovered it belonged to a nurse named Jessica Thompson. She lived alone and was known for having connections to various servicemen, including American airmen stationed nearby. When the police showed her a photograph of the man, she said she had never seen him before. However, witnesses claimed she had been acting strangely ever since his body was discovered. It was as if she knew more than she was letting on. After Jessica was questioned and released, her son revealed that she may have had connections to Soviet intelligence during the Cold War. Although she had been cleared of any involvement in the case, many believed she was hiding something. So, who was the Somerton Man? Was he a spy, a soldier, a civilian? Over the years, countless theories have emerged. Some say he was a spy who was given a coded message to deliver that he hid on his body. Then, when he was found, it was assumed he was a Russian spy. So they put the pieces together and killed him. Others believe the 2 words, "it is finished," were a suicide note, linking the death to a lost love. Perhaps he was known as the Tamam Shud Man. In 2021, his body was exhumed in the hope of finally solving the mystery. DNA testing revealed he may have been Carl Webb, an electrical engineer from Melbourne, but even this hasn't brought any answers. Questions still remain. Now watch. Man found buried alive under his own house. Or have a look at this.